The pandemic of COVID-19 was certainly a time no company was prepared for. However, it is argued that smaller local businesses have been the ones to suffer the most under the brunt of the pandemic.
We laid off all employees, including ourselves. We did ship internet orders, so we were able to come and ship some internet orders. People would ask if we were open. They would want to order shoes. And we did a little bit, maybe one store's worth of business out of the 11 we were able to do.
As a direct result of the COVID-19 pandemic, 43% of America's small businesses have had to close according to a PNAS study temporarily. Joe Wright, the CEO of Vernon Powell Shoes, expressed concern over the employees he had to lay off during that unprecedented time.
Hardest thing to do is lay off all our employees. Everybody had no idea how long it would last, what to expect, and to go and tell, we had at the time almost 150 employees, to tell them that I had to lay them off and they were going to have to go home, couldn't come to work. That was tough.
However, even though the pandemic was certainly an unforeseen event in today's society, in the long run, it gave smaller businesses some perspective on how to operate under tough circumstances.
I wouldn't change a whole lot from what we did. I feel like I got lucky and navigated the pandemic pretty well.
Even with Joe's enthusiasm over his company's operations, others feel as if the pandemic has made a permanent impact on how small businesses operate as a whole.
I'm sure it's harder to operate. I'm sure that it feels like you sort of have to act under a magnifying glass. Again, I think the expectation is greater. It's something that we didn't have for a hot second. I'm sure, and also with inflation and all of the crazy stuff happening nowadays, everything just feels harder post-pandemic.
We had a couple of employees that had tested positive for COVID. And just our customers in general, I think if we knew that the employees tested positive, we should have closed our establishment, our businesses, especially for small businesses. Bigger businesses, that's okay too, but with being such a small establishment, we kind of are more secluded together in one area. So it made it very difficult to work with each other, having to keep our 6 feet away at distance from each other too.
Vernon Powell Shoes has seen a rapid increase in sales, with 2022 being their best year in over a decade, according to Joe Wright. It goes to show that even though these companies were under stricter mandates during the pandemic, the resilience and drive to work with one another helped them to still be successful to this day. To read the full story, go to www.the.wire.org. This is Emily Pusey signing off.